Hello, I'm attorney Dan Marr from the Nashua, New Hampshire law firm of Hamlin Kerrigan. I've been practicing here in New Hampshire for about 39 years and in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts for about 29 or so years, maybe 28 years. During that period of time, I've represented a number of businesses, and I continue to represent a number of businesses. I'm going to be talking in today's vlog about what happens when you thought an employee had left and they're gone for good, but they come back with some type of claim against you. So I'm going to be talking about that, particularly in New Hampshire. I can also address issues for any Massachusetts businesses. I, again, represent businesses in both states. If the employee files a claim, you find out of a claim, you didn't expect one, you didn't have your attorney already involved in the process, and you get the claim, take a look at the claim. If it's a claim with the EEOC or the Human Rights Commission here in New Hampshire, so it's a combination of both. It's an employment claim for discrimination. First thing you want to do is you want to contact your insurance carrier, see if you have something called EPLI, which is Employment Practice Liability Insurance. I've seen more and more of that coverage being available. 20 years ago, it was such an extra cost that people wouldn't bother doing it. Sometimes in your normal business policies, you'll have that. You want to check to see if you have it. It might be also in your directors and officer liability coverage, but you want your insurance agent to look and find out whether you have that coverage. If you do, you want to make a claim in regards to that. As soon as you get a letter or you get a claim with that as the notice with a commission, you get a lawyer letter saying you owe money to this employee, or you get a Department of Labor, New Hampshire Department of Labor, or U.S. Department of Labor, or the EEOC or New Hampshire Commission for Human Rights. Any of those agencies contact you in regards to a claim by an employee, you want to immediately notify your insurance to see if you have insurance for it. Because if you do have insurance for it, you have an obligation to notify them and not prejudice them by trying to do things on your own before they get involved. Because they're going to, if there is coverage, they're going to hire an insurance defense counsel that's going to be representing you in regards to this, and you want to deal with that. Sometimes you also want to talk to your own insurance, your own company counsel, because there might be something called a deductible for EPLI, and sometimes companies have large deductibles, and you might want to decide to have your own company attorney represent you, but you still notify the insurance company about this. So you can address that, and I've dealt with that before, where I've represented them if there's a $50,000 deductible on employment practice liability, and this case is on the worst case scenario going to be 45 grand. We may notify the insurance company, but then still keep it in-house and deal with it internally. That's if there's a discrimination type claim. If it's a wage claim saying you owe us money, not because you discriminated against us and you fired us wrongfully because of our race or protected class or protected activity we did, but because you cheated me out of sales commissions or vacation pay or something like that, and New Hampshire Department of Labor is making these claims for you, or reporting to you the charges in regards to that. In that situation, you want to hire counsel and you want to address that. Or if you feel very comfortable, you can address it yourself. You probably still want to have some insight from counsel of how to respond to that. In the New Hampshire Department of Labor, you are going to be getting a hearing probably within a month or two after your response. So you're going to want to move fast and make sure you gather up all your information in regards to the wage claims. On the discrimination claim with the commission, if you don't have insurance defense counsel on the matter, so you have your own counsel, sometimes you're looking at these claims and you're thinking, this is a really bogus claim. This is so silly. I'm not going to bother spending a lot of time on it. Don't do that. Spend the time, do the verified statement, follow all the protocols of the EEOC and the New Hampshire Human Rights Commission, following it and going into the details of why it's a bogus claim. Because two reasons. One, you want the agency to understand that right off the get-go, and if there's statements, verified statements you can get from other people, in addition to the key people within the company, witness statements from co-employees or vendors or whatever it may be, get those. And so you want that for the commission to be able to do their job easily, because they're overworked and they're underpaid, and they have a small budget, and you want to make it very easy for them to understand what the truth is. But also, this person, if they don't have an attorney already, may be shopping around for an attorney. And they file this claim within the time period to make sure they make it within the time period, and then they're farming this out. And any employee attorney worth their salt is going to want to see the employer's response, before they decide to take it on a contingency fee basis, a percentage basis. So you want those attorneys to be able to see your response and see that you're really serious about responding back with an honest but detailed response to this. So all of those issues matter. So take the answer seriously. Make sure you report this to your insurance counsel, unless it's a wage claim that's, again, commissions and stuff. There will not be wages. There will not be insurance for that. But any of these claims of you harmed me because of my protected activity or my protected class, those types of claims, you might have EPLI, which is the acronym for Employment Practice Liability Insurance. I've dealt with these issues quite a bit. I'm happy to help you and talk to you about that if the opportunity arises. I'm at Dan Marr at 603-883-5501, 603-883-5501. You can check out our website as well, naturalllaw, all one word, .com. That's naturalllaw.com. Hit my blog, my bio, then you can see my vlogs all by topic. So I do weekly topic vlogs, and you can look at this or a variety of other ones that suit your interest. Look forward to working with you if the opportunity arises. Thank you.